I found my old iPod, and realized it was filled with photos of my ex's clotheless body from 14 years ago, but my current girlfriend is mad at me for deleting the photos instead of showing them to her. Well, to cut straight to the point, my current girlfriend, 28 feet, is upset with me, 34 meters, because I deleted old naked photos from an ex-girlfriend, from 14 years ago, without letting her see them. While cleaning out my closet, I recently found my old iPod Touch from 2010. I absolutely loved it back then, and stumbling upon it after all these years felt like finding a time capsule. We excitedly hooked it up to see what 2010 to 2013 me was up to. We had a great time laughing at the tall tees, mall bought and extremely fake bling, oh god, help me, and fitted caps I wore back then. While going through the pictures together, we stumbled across some naked photos from an old relationship I had forgotten were on there. Trying not to make a big deal of it, I said, oh crap, turned the iPod away from her, and deleted the pictures. I thought she would understand, but I was wrong. First, she playfully asked to see them, and I told her no. She knows that's not appropriate, and things quickly went south from there. She started accusing me of hiding things, saying she just wanted to see what my ex looked like and that it was no big deal, and eventually started crying. I told her the pictures were from 14 years ago, and if I showed her my ex's naughty photos, what's to stop her from thinking I wouldn't show her nudes to someone else if they complained enough? Now she accuses me of calling her a female dog, belittling her, and already thinking of the next woman. Things are seriously snowballing, and I've never seen this weirdly jealous and nosy side of her before. We've been together for about 6 months but have been on again, off again friends with bits for about 2 years. She knows I do not have patience for silly, childish stuff like this, so I kicked her out of my apartment. She calls me awful things and says she's going to have to think about our relationship. I told her if she wants to break up over some nonsense like this, then we shouldn't have gotten together in the first place. I know I was right for not showing her the pictures, and her tears were a manipulation tactic, but I'm absolutely stumped as to why she would try so hard to see them. I figured maybe this sub could provide some insight into this utter madness. What do you guys think? Update. After not talking for a couple of days, she finally texted me asking why I haven't called or texted her. I told her the truth. I've been mad at her and trying to decide if I wanted to continue the relationship. The fact that we were having a good time 1 minute and then the next was pure madness reminded me of all the stuff I went through with my mother as a teen, and how I don't want to deal with that ever again. I had a very emotionally hurtful mom who would constantly cause fights over literally nothing, think DVDs, staple guns, tape measures, etc., then kick me out of the house to show me whose goddamn house this is. So I have an extremely low tolerance for people starting up and coming at me over petty nonsense. To top it all off, my mom has since passed away, so that's another layer of things. But I've never tried to make my issues anyone else's problem. I've told her about my mother before, so she knew all about this. She told me she didn't mean to make me feel that way, but my flat-out refusal to show her the pictures combined with me turning away from her when I was deleting the photos made her feel like I was hiding things and rejecting her. I immediately called bullcrap because I told her we were going to keep looking through the iPod. I was just deleting my ex's old naked photos, and she knows it. In the 2+ years we've known each other, I've never given her any reason whatsoever to doubt me or think I'm a liar. I eventually got tired of texting, so I tried to call her, and she rejected the call, telling me she's not ready to speak yet. I told her I'm done texting, so call me when she's ready to talk, and I quit replying. She started sending me angrier and angrier messages when I wouldn't reply back. F you. This is controlling. What the hell's wrong with texting? Go F your red-headed cow. My ex in the pictures was a redhead and has been out of my life for over a decade. She then sent a picture of an action figure that's been broken apart. I immediately knew who it was, Prison Mike. It was effing Prison Mike. He was innocent in all this. You see, much like myself and a lot of you, she loves The Office. So for her birthday this year, I hunted down a 3D printed Prison Mike 1/12 scale head and little mug, combined it with a Two-Face figure's body, and spent a week painting them both. I then printed out a backdrop of the conference room as well as pictures of the main cast, except Andy, I hate him, and made a diorama with standees of them in it for the Prison Mike figure. All combined, the thing took about 2 weeks to make, but it was fun, and when I gave it to her, she went nuts, hugging me, kissing me, calling me sweet, and saying it was one of the most thoughtful things someone's ever given her. And now she's apparently taken a hammer to it. I'm done. I don't know what the hell her problem is, and like Phil Collins, I don't care anymore. Property destruction, whether hers or mine, for any reason, especially revenge, is automatically game over for me. I'm shocked, annoyed, and confused, but still, thank you all for your interest and responses, and please pour one out for Prison Mike. He was truly de belle of de ball. Thanks everyone.